How's it going, Bladesters? Working to bring you specifications you can relate to so you can have an educated decision on your purchases. This one is from CJRB. So there's an offshoot of Artisan Cutlery. So CJRB is China Jiang Ren Blade. So roughly translated for Jiang Ren is Artisan Cutlery. So China Artisan Cutlery Blade. So that's what that is. So CJRB, there's their budget line. So I'm not too sure if they're going to be moving away from budget for artisan and then concentrating on budget here and then have the higher end on the other. Not really too sure on that, but this one is going to be the J 1904, the Crag. So that's this one here. So it's readily available now. So if you want to pick it up, it is available on a lot of the retailers already. So this one is going to be one that you can kind of see in your hand as far as woman's hand, as well as the male's hand. It is going to be in that upward position, so you can actually see how that's going to fit for you for that hand sizing, and you can also print that out in the description down below. So this one, as far as weight goes, 5.4 ounces, so there's no weight relief on it, so you're going to be paying a little bit less for it. You're not going to get some of those things that you would expect from some of the higher priced knives as far as the weight relief to get it down to as far as you can go as far as the weight reduction for this. So now for pricing wise, you can look at $39.99. At least that was some of the pricing that I found. I think there are some that are less than that. And then you can get about MSRP is about $55.96. And then for the weight on it, I did use the line and pull gauge to get basically a pull weight to see as far as how this is when you're actually actuating it. So for me, about 2 to 3 pounds is where my ideal is as far as the weight for the pull. So we'll see as far as where this one ends up as far as this knife here. So 2 pounds, 10.3 ounces. So just right under that 3 pound mark. So it is actually still comfortable to flip and no jimping on the actual spine. So that's actually not bad at all either. So that's the one thing that's pretty good about the whole knife itself. So this one also has a few different deployment methods for it. So you're going to have the light switch for the knife. You're also going to have basically a pinch and roll, so you can actually just grab it here and roll it out. You're going to have inertia, so you can actually do this. So you can actually inertia flip it. That's why you call it inertia flip. It's not a gravity drop or anything like that. So basically you're creating more than the basically 2 pounds, almost 3 pounds of weight. So when you're flipping it down and you're stopping, you're creating at least more than that, almost 3 pounds to make it open. So it's something that you have to really want to do. Traditional side, you can do that as well. So open it up this way if you don't want to flip it out in different situations. So that one is that. So about 3.4 inches for the blade, cleaver style, and it is a flat grind for it. So you're going to have that full flat grind. Well, not a full flat, you still have a space for your sharpening system if you are using that. So behind edge thickness for this one is about 5 sheets of paper. And then that's going to be about basically the ramp for this one from the disengagement to when it's actually on the blade is going to be about 22 degrees, which is actually fairly good. So for me, again, it's going to be another specification kind of unique to this channel. It's going to be about 20 degrees is good, 30 degrees is not bad. Anything 40 degrees is going to be something that maybe you won't like too much. So basically, you're going to have that double. So 40 degrees would probably be about there when it gets on the blade, which for me wouldn't be enjoyable. So blade stock on this one is 3.2 millimeters for it. And then there's two carry methods for it. So you're going to have the right hand tip up, left hand tip up. So it is good for both sides. Also, if you are carrying something and you need to carry it on your weak side, you can do that as well as far as having that different pocket orientation for the blade. So this one out of the pocket is about 2 pounds, 2.4 ounces. So usually about 2 and less is decent. I've had experience of some of them that actually took up to 5 pounds to actually pull it out of your pocket. And that's very excessive. So 2 pounds, 2.4 ounces, and that is minus the weight of the knife itself. So that is actually the weight it takes to pull out of your pocket. D2 for this blade steel. So that is one that has decent edge retention, but this one is corrosion resistant side. It's going to be about 6%. So that's not 60, that's six, like one number, 6. So 6th percentile for this. And then also edge retention side about 49th percentile. So this one has a little bit of spotting from the time that I've had it. So I'm going to oil it up before I send it off to the next person, because this is a pass down knife as well. So that will be happening for this. Sharpness side, this one came in at 332. So that's basically a new high-end cutlery. So it does come out pretty sharp out of the box, about mid-grade for it. And then this one also is sharpened to about 34 degrees inclusive, 17 degrees per side. And so that's about 21 thousandths behind the edge for this thickness. And really, when I used it, I was actually surprised by how well it cut. So basically how big this flat grind is, it actually glides through pretty well. And when I was cutting cardboard with it, so it actually, for how big this blade is, that actually assists with how well it cuts, because it does have basically a good transition down to that cutting edge for this blade. I feel like also it seems like it's kind of popular for some of the knives doing the Spidey hole modification, and I think this one would probably be a prime one for that because you got all this space right here that you can kind of kick out, have a hole to actually have another deployment method. I mean, you can still do this type of opening, but to get actual flip in there might be pretty good to actually have a different deployment for it. So that's one thing that I would think it would be good. And then really both sides, as far as the sharpening side, was pretty close. Basically a 34 thousandths and a 37 thousandths. So that's basically a human hair difference between the two sides. So not spot on, but pretty close for that. And then as far as the comparison side, there's another one that came out probably about a year ago that I would compare it to. There's the Arctic Ocean Sailor by Magnum. So this one has been out for a while. This one's in 440C, so it's been out for a while. Really good checkering on it too. And then you're going to have a full-size Kryptonian. And then another one for you as far as a comparison is a Code 4 to see what that is. But, so personally, I don't like cleaver styles very much. But so this would be kind of a buy or borrow. Definitely be mindful as far as that the steel side. So you're going to have to oil it, take care of it. If you are in a very humid area, so if you're in Florida, Hawaii, places like that, you might need to take care of it a little bit more than normal for some of the other blades out there. But that's what I feel on it. Let me know in the comments down below as far as what you think. Thank you to Artisan and CJRB for providing the knife here, and have a good morning, day, evening, and thank you very much.